Until I saw that, it didn't occur to me with thermal imaging, you could actually see farts.
Oh yeah, why not?
I didn't.
Primarily Critical. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Primarily Critical of Movies and an After Party. This would be it.
Hey, if you have not seen this film, we suggest that you do so before watching any further.
Because we've got spoilers, trivia, and opinions like crazy. And we can't wait to share them.
Good, bad, new, old, weird, or gross.
We pass judgment on them all.
Hooray! Just because you're a murderer doesn't mean you have to be an asshole. My name is Steve, and I'm here with...
Phil.
And John.
Hi, guys. Thanks for joining us. Thank you so much for listening, audience people. Today we're covering The Babysitter. I picked this.
Yes.
I'm not sure why. I think Netflix suggested it to me, and
okay.
it was a slasher.
Big time.
It had a sexy lady on there, and I don't know.
Are we allowed to acknowledge that in this PC universe?
Oh
the
yeah,
sexy lady. That's not derogatory. That's complimentary.
yeah, I think so.
Well,
we're not here to please everybody.
It was definitely harkened back to like slasher movies. Exactly. Like I had fun with this movie because I just shut my brain off and just went with it.
Yes.
And what about you guys? What do you think?
Well, yeah, this is not cinematic genius, obviously, but it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't by design trying to be. It wasn't. It was just exactly. It filled the bill which it was trying to fill, and so I was pleased. I thought it was, it's not really for me, but teenagers, I think they loved this movie.
Yeah, it was a fun little movie. Not that I'm a teenager, but I felt like it perhaps. Now I like the movie. I'm saying this as a person who liked the movie. It wasn't quite R-rated enough to be R, and not quite PG enough to be PG. Does that mean anything to you guys?
Well, I think when you've got knives going into the brain with blood going out, I think that qualifies as R. I think I
thought it was pretty damn R-rated.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty damn R-rated. Yeah.
But Steve, you seem like a lover of horror movies. Is this true, Steve?
It has to be a specific kind of horror. I've honestly shied away from it. I'm conflicted. I like science fiction, and some science fiction is horror, and I really, I kind of shy away from some of the horror.
Yeah, because I would say, Phil, you're the horror guy. You're the horror of this group.
Okay.
You're always the guy bringing in the blood and guts.
I am? Really?
You are.
Okay.
I mean, we start going through the movies, and yeah, you're generally the guy that brings in the blood and guts.
Okay, so, wow. So, okay, you guys have seen Evil Dead movies?
Sure. Yes.
You're aware of them?
Yeah.
This movie reminded me of that style of humor and, kind of vibe. And like very ridiculous, over the top, just silly and fun.
Yeah.
It's like, but dark. And it had a really self-aware, witty sense of humor to it, right? And you had fun with it. Like, how could you not?
They did.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No. They did have fun with it. They had a lot of fun. They had this kid that was scared of everything. He had a ridiculous number of spiders under his house.
What's up with that?
I don't know. He gets hit in the head with these balls.
And all those traps. Like, there's like 100 mouse traps down there.
Well, what is the mom doing down there anyways? She's like, I'll be in the crawl space. It's like the normal thing. It's like, oh, yeah, mom down in her crawl space again. What the hell is she doing down there?
She's setting the traps.
Okay, they were weird.
Traps.
They were weird.
The mouse traps.
Yeah, she was cleaning, setting the traps. She's maintaining the ridiculous.
Has she not heard of an exterminator, like, or poison or something? I mean, you know, traps are only going so far. You know, that's really, you use a trap when you've got like maybe a mouse or two in the house. You know, just got in today or something. You were cleaning out the wood pile and oh shit, some mouse ran. I saw one go in the house. Get a trap out, you can catch it, right? But this looks like you've got some serious issues going down in that crawl space. You've got full-blown tarantulas. You've got, you know, this is, you know,
monster spiders.
Yeah, you need something, you know, you need poison, you need exterminators, you know, you don't need mom crawling around down there.
But that's just part of this movie's over-the-top vibe, right? It's like the death scenes, the way the cast gets knocked off was pretty inventive. Like the firecracker scene.
Yeah.
Like, come on, what firecracker can you buy out there that would blow up?
That was dynamite. Let's be honest here.
I'm still alive, you son of a bitch. And the house didn't burn down.
The house didn't fall in.
And where were the neighbors? I mean, we've got explosions going. We've got people out in the street yelling, and yeah, exactly. Guns being shot. There's, you know.
That was one of my notes. Is like it took like a long ass time for the cops or emergency to show up. It's like, so whatever. I mean, it obviously it didn't. It just was a really fun little kind of Home Alone. You guys, exactly. This was like Home Alone, but a horror movie because it's a kid.
Kind of like that, yeah.
His parents leave him, right? His parents are kooky, and who, like, come on. So
they're a little weird, but I mean, they
loved him. They were like hovering parents or whatever.
What the one scene we see them when they're away, she's like jacking them off or something, right? Is that?
Yeah,
that was really weird.
That was just out of nowhere.
I mean, I'm sorry. You're getting away as a couple on a romantic. I think most people expect a little more than a hand job. I mean, is it just me, or is that just seems pretty pitiful? I mean,
it does. It seems a little pitiful.
Very pitiful. Yeah.
If you're gonna escape, then you would get more into it. Hand job is something that you would do at home. You know, when you have limited time.
Under the blanket while the kids are there, like in the room. You know, that's where hand jobs are for. Otherwise, there's no place for hand job in a marriage. You know, but
movie theaters.
Movie
theater, yeah. That's where hand jobs. Yeah.
But yeah.
Perhaps we shouldn't talk about our movie theater experiences.
Sure.
Okay, so this kid, something bothered me. He was supposed to be scared of everything. He's scared of driving. He's scared of spiders. He's scared of girls. He's scared of bullies. He's scared of everything. And then I suddenly saw him in a kitchen working on his remote control car with a butcher knife.
Yeah.
And it's a monstrous butcher knife. And I just thought, wait a minute, isn't he supposed to be scared of everything?
That's true.
And
and didn't the dad have to stop him? Like, whoa, you're gonna hurt yourself, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. That was he's a real smart kid, but right, he seemed very knowledgeable about, because between him and B, the babysitter, they had a love of movies and culture, or pulp culture kind of thing. And so he's very, but he was not practical, or seems like he was never given the chance to do anything dangerous, right? So he's a soft kid, very soft.
Yeah, sure.
Extremely. But throughout the movie, it was kind of interesting. He becomes a man when he takes care of business, right?
Well, yeah.
To the point where he's actually, he gets so much balls throughout this movie. He drives a car at full speed into a house. Who do you know that has the balls to do that?
Well, did it surprise?
I don't know.
And finally, the emergency shows up. The police and everybody shows up after that. It's like,
yeah.
Up to that point, they're shooting guns off, and there are all sorts of explosions, and
there was all the yelling and everything.
Maybe the neighbors are really spread apart or something in this movie.
Or old. They're old and they got hearing aids.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I wasn't paying attention to the time when gunshots started ringing out, but perhaps it was realistic between when they started and when the cops showed up. I don't know.
I don't think they cared. It's just a silly movie.
They made the cop cars and the cops just disappear somehow, which we were never really told how. They just kind of made it all go away.
Yeah, they have amazing cleaning skills.
Amazing cleaning skills.
Yes, these kids.
So, I wanted to see the Babysitter pull off the seance or the actual satanic thing.
There was no magic. There was no magic.
I have a question for you guys. What was she trying to achieve by the spell that she was trying to do? What was the goal there? I think it was mentioned, was it not, at some point?
Well,
yeah.
I have some ideas that she's already done it, right? She's already been through this before, and I think she just maybe makes a living off of getting more people.
Is it youth or what was this thing supposed to youth? What was?
Well, they never explain it, right? They never really get into what is promised or what she's about.
They get the blood of a sacrifice, and they mix it with the blood of an innocent, and they drink the blood, and they make a wish, and the wish comes true. That's it. And as I understand it, it's just a soul for a wish, and there you go.
Oh, your standard satanic.
Oh yeah. Your standard fare.
Your standard issue. But here's the thing, at the very end of the movie, it's revealed that she's done this before, right? And so, did you guys watch the movie to the very end and catch the cliffhanger or the teaser or the Easter egg?
Yeah, I saw the Easter egg at the end. John, did you watch?
After the credits?
Yeah.
I don't think I did.
What
was the last thing you remember seeing, John?
I don't remember. I don't. I really, to me, kind of all ended when the cops showed up after all. But I know there was more. Yeah.
Okay. At the very end of the movie, they have a jump scare where the babysitter jumps out and kills the investigating police officer. So she does come back from the dead, and there is a little tiny bit of magic that they throw into this movie.
So she probably wished for immortality or to live forever or all that, right? So do you think she just goes around and tries to find people to get in on this gig, and then she moves on?
Like Mr. No Shirt guy.
Yeah.
Like he's just a guy. He's just a dumbass that man, I'll drink some blood to, get a wish because I'm sure that's real.
They didn't develop. They're just stereotypes. They're just big time stereotypes of high school jock, the cheerleader, the whatever, the nerd. It's just.
Why does that guy not have a shirt on?
I liked how the kid. Did you guys like how the kid negotiated this movie? He was like the Home Alone kid, right? He had ideas how to operate and try to survive.
I thought he did very well. I thought actually the acting in here, I didn't really have an issue with the acting. I thought it was all, for what it was, I thought they all pulled it off. And I thought the kid was particularly good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
But it's pretty much, it's a fun time. You have to be in a certain mood to watch these kind of movies, right?
Stoned.
You stoned, what have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It helps.
See, I don't know. I felt like they should have pushed it a little bit more. Maybe given us a demon monster or
that's what I was hoping for, Steve. I was hoping they had the ingredients, they had the blood, they had the book. She never got to pull it off, and I was hoping for that big, like, demonic, crazy ending or something. But we got the car crashing into her, and she survives.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Maybe nudity. I don't know. I just feel like if you're gonna do rated R, I don't know.
You want it more gore. How about that dude falling off the stairs and into the glass thing through the neck, the head blown up, the cheerleader's head blown up?
Okay, all right. Maybe I'm asking for too much. I don't know.
No. How about that guy, the jock, the sports guy, the quarterback? Did he not remind you of like a Tom Cruise kind of guy?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Smiling all the time.
Tom Cruise, yeah.
Good looking.
He's a little too tall for Tom Cruise, but sure.
And he's way too old for the high school, whatever. But that's your standard stereotype of horror movies, right? They're always too old looking.
Yeah, that's right. Because she was wearing like a high school football jacket or whatever. That one girl, and she looked like she was a good 5 years at least out of high school.
Yeah. She just came from practice.
Yeah.
And she got blood on her uniform.
How about I got a bunch of notes here, but there's a sequel, right? Do you guys know that? I don't know. Do you have?
I do know this. Yeah, I saw this. Yeah.
Do you have a stomach for the sequel, guys?
I can watch the sequel.
I think I enjoyed the movie just enough to see where it goes. I want to see where it goes.
Could be your next pick.
It could be my next pick. It could easily be my next pick with you guys, for sure. And maybe some of it, and I watched the trailer, and there's definitely magic in that movie.
Maybe they up the satanic magic.
Yeah, they up the satanic magic.
Yeah.
But I won't say any more about it.
So I thought it was a nice touch. They used Queen's song "We Are the Champions" for the car crash. Did you guys?
I noticed that, but
just spend the money, Netflix. We need that song.
We need that song. Did we want to talk at all about the? They kept saying Protestant instead of prostitute. Did you notice that?
I didn't even catch this. I maybe I did, but I don't know. I'm forgetting it.
They make this joke like 2 or 3 times where they say Protestant instead of the word prostitute.
Prostitute.
Yeah. The first time.
So, are we wondering if there's some there's some deeper meaning behind this? Is that where we're going with this? Are we trying? No
deeper meaning. I just has either of you ever heard of that? I mean, has anyone ever made that mistake?
Well, they actually sound quite different. Protestant, prostitute. I don't know. I mean,
it's a funny play on words,
I guess.
This movie had a lot
intentional though. So
this movie had a lot. It had a witty sense of humor. Like they were self-aware of things. Like when the kid was trying to, his hands are tied and he's trying to use his little pocket knife.
Oh yeah.
And
you can see you in the mirror.
I can see it. He's still
cutting. You're still cutting.
Yeah, and he's still.
It was like so cute.
So it was fun in that way, right? And like all the characters were like so cocksure and cocky, right? Like what gives them this kind of cockiness to do murder? Just like big deal. It's just a fun, shut off your brain, have fun movie kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
Wait, what are the characters' names again?
We had B, Cole,
Max.
Max. Now, Max was
Max was the shirtless jock quarterback guy.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
okay.
what. Yeah, I've seen that actor in other things.
Now, when they introduced the characters, was this the movie where they splashed their name for a second on the screen, said Max or whatever?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and then didn't they do that for a lighter or something or some other, just an inanimate object? Suddenly they just splashed it across the screen.
Yeah, a pocket knife. They did
Yeah.
that.
Pocket knife.
Pocket knife.
Yeah,
As though equipment upgrade or whatever, you know.
It was
yeah.
it was kind of like that other zombie. Well, that zombie movie that did the Geez, what movie was that one?
It was done by Rob Zombie.
No.
House of a Thousand Corpses.
Oh, sorry, man. I'm blanking out on that one.
It's okay. So
It was the guy, the zombie movie where he had the rules and they kept showing like the text come up, rule number or whatever, zombies, double tap.
Yeah. Zombieland.
There you go.
Zombieland. Yeah,
Right.
that's it. Yeah.
And I thought it was kind of cool. It felt like a fun editing technique to freeze frame and put up things saying like pocket knife.
Well, yeah, I like that.
Love
They did that. They actually in Six Underground they did the same thing with introducing the characters there.
Yeah.
Some other movie. I believe Quentin Tarantino's done that, but I might be mistaken.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's a fun editing technique. Yeah.
I just like that they did the pocket knife. I thought that was kind of a good one.
It was interesting.
It's a fun horror movie.
I'm glad we talked about that hand job in the hotel.
Yeah.
Back to the hand job.
It was an odd cutscene. It was very weird.
Very odd scene. Unexpected. There's another bit of your humor that's just off the wall that you don't.
Well, that probably got the R rating, or something. Okay.
Why would that be more of get the R rating more than like heads exploding, knives in the heads?
Exactly.
And,
I don't know.
Hey,
who are the censors? This movie was produced by Netflix, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, how do they decide what is too far? Yeah. What gets an R rating?
It is bizarre. I don't understand that because it's always. You're right though. That is how it is, isn't it? It's like head exploded, being dismembered. That's all PG stuff. But a hand job under his pants, rated R. Hell, go X almost with that one. I mean,
what is it based on? Yeah. What is the standard? What is it? Yeah. That's a whole other debate. Maybe we could do a special on the categories of
censorship.
Censorship, yeah, and we can go over the ratings.
Bunch of idiots in a small room trying to decide. My God,
it's probably based on some archaic religious backbone of what we think's acceptable. But
yeah, I suppose
sexual repression, but violence is okay.
Yeah.
Shall we get into this trivia?
Let's do it.
All right, it could probably easily spark more conversation. But the film, it was filmed in 2015, but not released until 2017. It was intended to play in the theaters until Netflix acquired the rights for streaming. It was released in October on Friday the 13th.
How appropriate.
Okay.
Sometimes a movie sits on a shelf and they just can't find a good time to release it. And I'm glad that I'm glad Netflix just said, you know what, just give me that shit. Oh, we'll take care of it.
I think that's for this type of movie. I think that's the perfect time. Friday 13th, Halloween's just around the corner. It seems like that would be the appropriate time.
Yeah,
for a movie
let's just throw it out there. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. This movie also reminds me a lot of like the Scream movies, right? Where they're aware of the cliches of horror movies, and they play into the movie. Smart, kind of witty, yeah. But hey, that explains why if the sequel is the same character Cole in the sequel, he's a lot older looking because there's a big
he is. Yeah, I saw the trailer. Yeah.
But whatever,
Yeah. All right, I'll take this next one here. In the original script, Sonia was the cheerleader. Allison was a journalist for the school paper. John was called John the Baptist, and Max had dreadlocks. Their characters were later reimagined to more closely reflect stereotypes of slasher movie victims. Only in this film, they're the antagonists. The revelation of Allison's desire to become a journalist was kept from the original concept of her character. Only now it's much more humorous.
Yeah.
I guess so. It did. It was really weird how they really pushed the whole. McBee was a freaking sweetheart. She was constantly taking care of him, and even Max, who chased him into the front yard and found they both together they found his bully, and he was like, we got to take care of this.
yeah. He's trying to help him.
Right. Yeah. Right, and it's they're just like really pushing this whole, yes, they're Satanists, yes, they're the big bad, but they're not assholes, right?
Well, no, but B's done this before, I think, right? She's the babysitter. She seems
like a little extra, maybe an extra layer of evil because she betrayed him, so to speak.
Yeah, she's very good at it. She can turn the charm on and the whatever she needs to get the job done to meet her.
Like, the question is, did she actually genuinely care about him, Cole, at all? Or was it just her end game, right? Because, of course she says some sentimental things when she's pinned under the car.
Yeah, at the very end, that was funny how they had their 6 people, whatever, they defend the galaxy or survive. and
well, she let him go, didn't she? Or maybe not. Like
no, I don't think so.
He was fighting. He was fighting with the cheerleader, Sonia. And B came into the room and she shot Sonia, or was it Allison? Yeah, Allison. She shot Allison in the head. Her head blew up, and then they were circling around the kitchen island, and he had the book, and he was going to light it on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, so he didn't set her free, but he lit the book on fire and he threw it and then ran out the door. Yeah. And she was trying to solve the book situation while he stole a car and drove it into the house.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say what I think it's hard to say whether she actually genuinely cared about this kid. You're saying you think she did.
I think, it's possible that she did actually give a shit about the kid, and that as soon as he stopped being the innocent one, she would just leave.
Well, it makes me want to watch the sequel now. I gotta know what happened. What happened, Steve?
Oh, I haven't seen it. If I pick it for the next movie, it'll be the first time I've seen it.
No pressure. I'll take the next trivia.
All right.
The screenplay for the film was featured on the 2014 Blacklist, a list of the most liked unproduced screenplays of the year.
Okay.
I've been always meaning to write a movie and put it on the Blacklist. It's just a website, and people post movie scripts there.
Yeah.
And then if it's popular enough, companies offer you money to buy them.
Really?
I wasn't aware of this, Steve. Like that's cool.
You've never heard of it?
I never heard of it. No, this is all news to me too.
You write a script, and it's just a sharing platform. You share it on the Blacklist website, and if enough people read it and like it, you can. Somebody might write you a check.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. So
right now we could go out and check out the next big horror movie or next whatever. It's currently happening. Like I gotta write this down. Blacklist.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like .com or .net or .org or whatever.
Google will figure it out.
You'll find it.
All
and they have rules for how you submit your scripts and stuff like that, but you own it, and it's your profile.
Yeah, I like the idea of reading something that might become something, like gets produced, right? That's very cool. I'd imagine they have this for other mediums too, right? Music or what have you. But
I wish I was a more voracious reader. I really do.
Yeah. I'm more of a visual guy. Just show it to me.
Yeah. this last piece of trivia. Allison mentions Lord of the Rings. Samara Weaving, she's the one that plays B.
Babysitter, yeah.
Her uncle is Hugo Weaving.
Yeah.
Starring in the Lord of the Ring movies and the Matrix, and just all kinds of wonderful. I love that, dude. I had no idea.
I could see it once I know that, but what's with the? I know this movie is kind of surreal. Maybe it wasn't like in reality. It's just a fun horror slasher movie, but her hair was always perfect. Elsie B's hair.
Really?
She always looked just like perfect hair. But whatever. She went swimming, right? There's a swimming pool, and then she gets out, and the hair is perfect.
Of course she goes swimming.
But I guess...
but, I mean, her hair is always wild and perfect at the same time, which is kind of the style right now, actually.
Maybe that's one of the satanic things she got, like perfect hair.
The hair is
like she wished for immortality and perfect hair, and she kept building on her wish list.
Yeah, confidence. She talked about wishing for confidence.
Confidence, which she kid lacked, and the kid got, right?
Yeah.
What a hell of a way to get confidence. Have to survive and kill people.
Well, yeah, I guess.
I think, I think I might want a babysitter.
Well, if they all look like that.
it seems like a good deal going on there,
Yeah, shit.
Until she wanted to sacrifice and stuff, but,
Take the blood and, something's up.
Yeah.
I kind of dug the story where his friend is like, oh yeah, she's having an orgy for sure. you need to stay up and look at the orgy,
Yeah.
And then report back.
Oh, but up until that point in the movie, I thought, okay, this is kind of based in reality. I would do the same damn thing. I'd be like, what's going on with the babysitter down there? I'd totally be. And then when the guy got the knives in the head, I thought, okay, this is gonna go off the fucking rails. Here we go.
Sucker. Poor guy.
I know. He was bargaining for an orgy, and he got a freak show.
Yeah.
Well, you got a kiss out of it. Well,
yeah. I suppose if it'd be a hell of it must be a hell of a kiss, because I mean, no, it's not worth it.
No. It's not.
You have to give up all future kisses just for the one. All right. I think that's the babysitter. Is that the babysitter, gentlemen?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right.
Good fun for teenagers for sure.
I think of this is
Directed
a good
by McG, and I'm Steve. This is
Phil.
I'm John.
Phil and John. Perfect. Next week, Monday at noon, we're covering Pieces of a Woman. John, without any spoilers, why did you pick it?
Well, I've been on the Sheila Buff sort of thing going on lately. I've been liking, and so Lori my wife brought this to my attention, so I thought I would check it out, and so that's why this came about. Yeah.
That's right. John's got a man crush on Sheila Buff, and we're all being pulled into this.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
This thing. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Next week, Monday at noon. I hope you're all having a fantastic spring. I understand this movie's coming out. This review, is coming out when? April 12th?
April something, yeah. Middle of April.
Could
be
April.
Easter for all I know. Could be Easter Monday.
We're recording this at the very beginning of February, and I think that's it. I'm prolonging this podcast too much. Have a great day.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.